Oil has shaped modern history, powering economies, influencing geopolitics, and sometimes even sparking conflict. But not all oil is equal. While some nations produce a lot, others simply hold the largest oil wealth beneath the ground. Today on Power of 5, we're exploring the top 5 countries with the largest proven oil reserves in the world, where energy abundance meets global influence. Iraq sits at number 5 among the world's oil giants, with around 145 billion barrels of proven crude oil beneath its soil. Iraq has played a major role in global energy for decades. Its reserves are mostly in the southern oil fields that produce iconic Middle Eastern crude. Iraq's energy wealth has fueled export revenue and rebuilding efforts, though regional instability and infrastructure challenges have sometimes hampered production. Life around these reserves is far from simple. Oil brings revenue, but also complex politics with neighbors, export routes, and occasionally conflict over who controls the wealth. For Iraq, oil remains central to national identity and economy. Canada enters our list at number 4, with about 168 billion barrels of proven reserves, most of which come not from traditional oil fields but from the vast Alberta oil sands. These oil sands represent one of the largest non-OPEC sources of crude in the world. Extracting this oil is more expensive and energy-intensive than conventional drilling because the oil is mixed with sand and requires special processing. Despite this, Canada is a major supplier, especially into the United States, which refines much of this crude for global distribution. At number 3 is Iran, with around 208 billion barrels of proven oil reserves, making it one of the Middle East's top energy holders. Iran's oil history is long and complicated. The reserves are vast and ancient, but decades of international sanctions and political tensions have limited how much of that oil can be exported. Despite those challenges, Iran remains a major player in global oil geopolitics, with its reserves underpinning its regional influence and economic strategy. In many ways, Iran's presence on this list shows how oil riches can be both a strength and a source of geopolitical pressure. Number 2 belongs to Saudi Arabia, a country synonymous with oil wealth. With around 267 billion barrels of proven reserves, Saudi Arabia is second only to Venezuela. But Saudi Arabia's oil story is different. Its reserves are among the most accessible and easiest to produce in the world, meaning extraction costs are much lower compared with heavy crude in other nations. This has allowed Saudi Aramco, the state oil company, to dominate global energy markets, influence prices, and steer production decisions through OPEC cooperation. Saudi oil fields have powered nearly every major global industry for decades, from transportation to plastics, making this kingdom one of the most powerful players in global energy. And finally, the country with the largest proven oil reserves in the world is Venezuela, with more than 303 billion barrels beneath its land, enough to account for nearly a fifth of all known proven reserves on Earth. These reserves are mainly located in the Orinoco Heavy Oil Belt, a massive region of thick, heavy crude that requires more advanced technology and investment to extract. Venezuela's sheer reserve size is incredible. But here's the twist. Despite holding the most oil in the world, Venezuela's actual oil production is very low compared to its potential due to years of underinvestment, aging infrastructure, and political and economic turmoil. Sanctions and strained relations with countries like the United States have also limited oil exports, meaning Venezuela's oil stays mostly in the ground, rather than powering global markets. This creates a unique paradox. The largest resource doesn't always translate to the largest influence, at least in terms of production and export. Oil reserves don't just tell us who has the most energy. They tell us where future power might come from, where industries depend, and how geopolitics continues to shape our world. Some nations export oil fast, others hold it back for future generations. But every barrel under the ground represents wealth, strategy, and influence. If you found this breakdown insightful, like the video, share it, and subscribe to Power of Five for more real global rankings and deep dives into the forces shaping our world. See you in the next episode.